Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Matchday Tribunal, where how does she say it? We put matches on the tribunal.
Every
I mean,
decision is on the spot.
yeah, thank you very much. Regular host decided not to host, so people should manage me a bit. I will try my best. All right, Mickey here, Madam Shea is over here, and knowledgeable is back again. We are now talking about the Champions League final that just concluded just mere moments ago, where Arsenal's hearts were broken by Gabriel of all people. Gabriel broke their hearts.
I don't
He's
know.
one of
This
their
feels
best
like
players.
this feels like this episode, but this is what it is. This is a thread episode, but they should take it. They should just take
Yes, yes, yes. Apparently, I'm the only person who got my prediction right.
You did?
Well,
No,
1-1. No, 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 no,
one
no.
one.
But 1-1. I
Yes.
missed it by. None of us thought it was going to go to penalties.
Penalties.
Yeah, none of us thought it was going to go to penalties, and we missed that one. PSG winning, at least we managed to get that one. Arsenal fans were very sorry.
I lost that one. I said Arsenal was going to win. I
Yeah, yeah, you
even to
said
the end,
see.
I thought Arsenal was going to win. It just seemed like their time, but I guess they need to go back and get ready.
Mm.
Like, yeah.
So, yeah, yeah, yeah. According to what Joseph said, they need to experience more heartbreak. You cannot just come and win
Yeah,
the Champions League.
you
Yeah,
have to suffer in the Champions
you
League.
have
They
to
haven't
suffer.
suffered enough. If they win it now after this, then fair play to
Yeah,
them.
yeah, 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 yeah. All right, all right. So,
Atletico, Valencia, they've suffered.
they
So
su-
Chelsea
Atletico,
suffered.
Chelsea suffered. They won it twice after. So, yes.
Once you win it once, then you won't have a problem again. You see how the PSG have won it back to back, like
know.
play, without
Mm-hmm.
Mbappe. But once you taste that success, then you are
No,
good.
that's true. We're not talking about the Mbappe angle. We will get back to Mbappe's angle in this thing because Mbappe is a very funny person. Now, having left PSG to go and win it in Real Madrid and then 2 seasons on the track, it's do nothing. Anyway, let's talk about the game first. Akshay, what do you think about the game? What was your thoughts?
Again, for all of you that like smiling football, today just proved that you don't need to play smiling football to enjoy football. Like I was
Hmm.
entertained for the full 90 minutes. First of all, Ateta is winning my heart, or I don't want to say he has won my heart. You know, I'm always cautious and careful before I jump into conclusions. He's winning my heart. He's like 80% there. Like this
Or
guy.
like the other person here, Abi.
Name names of people that jumped in. He's been confident.
Bandwagon play, bandwagon pass.
Yeah, like so 80%. Like today I was just thinking, Michael said that Adena is world class. Is this guy world class? Look at his selection for instance, and look at his subs. Like I was waiting for PSG to make subs. So first of all, I don't think he set up to come and score 1-0 quickly. Just he wanted to control the game. Like let me control the game, and okay, if anything happens, I would do. I think Adeta thought this game was going to go to the second half and bring out every other person. But the first half, after I scored one goal, went back to prime Jose, defending very well. Like I love to see a good defense. I'm never going to stop saying I don't care. Let's play the front foot football. Please, please, please. Let's just calm down. If you want to play front foot football, play five aside. Go and just do something else. Don't play front foot football 11 versus 11. This is what I'll keep saying. This is going to be my legacy on MDT. Let's defend and still enjoy football. I don't care what anybody is saying. There was no front foot, and we saw what Arsenal did. Then PSG players, I didn't see Quava now. So if they wanted to buy Quava, I don't think they're going to buy him anymore because he didn't really do anything. And even
He won the penalty.
He won't pay, and he had that chance.
for a player, any player that wants to
They,
get any
he,
big
he, he,
transfer move, a big
He
he
penalty.
had
got
that
injured
chance in the
from
second
he
half
got
too.
injured
Yeah,
from the penalty, and that's why they subbed
yeah.
him off.
Oh, but
So
before that, we
Yeah.
didn't see him do anything seriously. Like, what did he do?
Well, because
These are
the way
the
Arsenal,
types of things we see. We go and watch them. There'll be a Ganacho. I'm not saying Kama will be a Ganacho, but all the there will be signs if a player will choke.
I mean,
There will be signs.
no, 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 no,
he
no.
still won the penalty that brought them back into the
No,
game.
yeah, that's big insult to Kamara. That's very
So
big insult to Abeg.
I
Compared
just
to Garnacho.
I just expected more from him. I'm sorry to Kwava. I'm sure you'll be anybody will be pleased to hear Kwava and Ganacho in the same sentence. But again, this is the type of stage I need players to perform. This is the Champions League. Like when Roman was still our Chelsea coach, these are the kind of games that if a player should perform, you know the next season that player is coming to Chelsea. These are the places that our scouts should look out for. But yeah, a good game. I think that if that game had gone for, people might disagree, like extra 10 minutes, Arsenal would have won because at the end of the game, PSG didn't have anything, and that's the shocking thing about Enrique. Yes, Enrique is a good manager, but I don't think he prepared for. There was no plan B or plan C. Like, so after their extra time, it looked like they didn't have anything to offer, and then Bakola came. He came with a bit of chaos, but nothing else happened and things like that. But I think it was a good game. Arteta knows how to manage games and control games. In a manager, I want to see that in a manager. I would always say that. And then the penalty kicks. I don't know how they select penalty shootouts. I don't know when Gabriel started taking penalty kicks. But again, I don't like to say things like this because if he got it right, we wouldn't be saying this like it's a 50-50. Because everyone is saying,
Mm.
remember John Terry, this and that. But nobody would have known that he was going to choke at the biggest stage. But just to say, personally, I think it's a bit of karma because Gabriel showed a lot of people Pepe with his corners and his pulling shirts in the Premier League. So if this is the way he gets it back, that's okay. I think he can also take it. That's fine. That's good. But good game to Arsenal fans. Sorry, try again next year. I'm rooting for you next year to win the Champions League. Let's see how you guys go.
In a Mourinho and Madrid,
No,
you
now it's
know,
Arteta now.
artist,
Best coach. Nah, what class?
carrying ball, everybody will be there. I think that's going to reach the final again. The trial. Just set your thoughts, please.
Do- um, does this count as a bottle? It feels like Arsenal bottled today.
It's a bottle now. Why doesn't it's a serious?
I, I,
I,
I'll be fair to
I,
them. I don't
you,
think it
you,
does, honestly.
Okay. Maybe we should now define what is a bottle. How do you define bottle? When you reach the
I
final
mean, because they played well. Can we say it is a bottle?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, right?
But
They
at
played
the end of the
well.
day,
they played well now. Are we trying to
but
say?
in a in a penalty shootout, and Gabriel missing it to win, like John Terry's one, he still even hit the bar. This guy blazed the ball over.
Oh no, I think it's unfair. We can't focus on
I
Gabriel's
think,
penalty.
nah,
What was he doing,
I
guys?
think it is a bottle. Arsenal bottled it. They actually lost it in the most painful way you can think of. They really did.
No, wait. Before
And
we get to
eh?
Gabriel's
they are
penalty,
in,
please.
they are in pain because we all thought they were the favorites for the penalty. Raya saved a very good penalty.
Mhm.
PSG's goalkeeper didn't even save a penalty, and yet
Mhm.
two of their players played it wide. Actually, it
Mhm.
is a bottle. It's one thing one player playing
Just
it
straight up,
wide, but two,
you set up the
inside,
stadium up.
inside five penalties, two players are playing it, not hitting the target. They
But
bottled
Chief,
it.
guys,
Mhm.
I think it's going to be unfair to focus on Gabriel. I like Gabriel. Let's not focus on Gabriel alone. Please, what was Eze doing? What was that?
Easy overplays the ball. He overplays
See,
The
like
it.
he
same
wanted
thing
to
Too
Gabriel
much
did
technique.
want
now.
No,
to
no,
implement.
Gabriel was a bad penalty. I don't think this is a bad penalty. Like Gabriel, what he did was that he ran, he slowed down, he looked at the keeper and then tried to play the ball again. That thing is very hard. That is a skill. That is a skill now to run with the ball, to look at the keeper and then decide when you're hitting the
So
ball, where you want
at
to
that
hit the
point, he
ball
thought it was Alan. Like that
to.
But I didn't think Gabriel would miss. His run up to the penalty, everything was good.
Yeah,
The
I
ball
saw
just
him. Yeah, I saw him look at the ball, look at the keeper, then decide that's when he wants to go and hit the ball. So that is a very hard thing to do. That's a hard thing to do. He's him that messed up. For Easy overplays the ball. It's too much technique, too much this thing.
my
You want to
problem
put it
is
at
that
the
he
right
made a funny
angle.
movement before he plays that. But I'm like, oh, this person. Like he wanted to dance. Like I'm like, what are you
Like
trying to do?
but
way, like
but
way.
but 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 realistically, did Arsenal do enough to win that game? Let's be
They
honest.
did now.
Isn't it like the same thing Arsenal have been doing all season?
Yeah,
There
they
was
play. Arsenal
like you
play their
said,
game.
PSG didn't have a plan B. Like, they also got tired. Their bench was weak. And Arsenal kept bringing on players that you felt that they could change the game. But
Like money.
they, I mean, Nani played well. Nani was probably their best substitute when he came on. I would have thought Nani would have taken the fifth penalty, but that's another. conversation.
You say Noni plays well, and this is what I've always said about Noni. Like, yes, he makes
He
those.
tried to win a penalty.
Yeah, by cheating,
Eh?
he was holding, he was elbowing somebody, and he was now raising up his hand. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Like, this
Okay,
is
okay. But compared to Eze, compared to Martinelli, like Noni was actually
Yeah.
let's
Martinelli did nothing in that game. I was looking at
Eze didn't
Martinelli.
do anything.
But
They-
Eze came very late. Let's
and
be fair to Eze.
I think Eze did well. Like, he did,
no.
He
he
Mm-mm.
did
got
fine.
on the
I
ball.
expected far more. I expected far more from him.
At least he should have taken a shot. At least one shot. That's something he's good at.
Yeah.
I
I
expected that
expected
from him,
something
but
like
there was
that.
nobody gave him space to take the shot. Now, I
He
think
had one
Again,
chance. He passed the ball to Noni or someone, and they missed the opportunity.
yeah, but it was. But what was Enrique's game plan actually? So what does Enrique set out to do when he's, because he made so many subs? I'm like, how are these people going to continue with the assignment? So how does he? What
well,
did he plan to do with Ateta?
so I think Enrique played the game he has always played with PSG. They played their rotation ball. Is the first goal I think destabilized the players completely. It was until like 30th minute they started playing their game again because they were now like on focus, just rushing, trying to get back in the game quick. That energy was wrong. It was like 30 minutes later that they started calming down and started rotating properly. Because there were two times now that Fabian Luiz ran ahead of everybody, and then one of them he just crossed the ball to nobody. Like, come on now, midfielder like that doesn't. That's winger game. That's Garnacho kind of game. Garnacho will run with ball to the end and they just cross ball. Like, intelligent midfielder like that usually calms down, looks at options before we just. So I think the first goal destabilized them completely, and I don't. That's why I don't feel like I don't blame Arsenal too much because Arteta's game plan in a way was not too complicated. The two things I noticed that he did differently was that he made, I was saying that Martinelli was the one going to be targeting Marquinhos.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, it was Havertz he put there. So Havertz will drift from center to that part of the pitch and be trying to hustle the ball with Marquinhos every time. It was usually at that left side of the pitch. And then the other thing he did was that I think he encouraged his players to always run into space with the ball. So Skelly did it, Saliba did it, Rice did it a lot, Havertz did it sometimes. So whenever they try and pass and they don't see where to pass, they just run into space with the ball
And
and carry the ball off field.
Kelly had a
So
fantastic game.
yeah, he had a fantastic game actually. For a Champions League final, for that he started playing midfield in this squad like 3 weeks or 4 weeks ago. He had a very good game. He had a very good game.
So who would you say is the
So
best player for Arsenal today on the pitch?
Raya, we always thought Raya would be the biggest player, but funny enough, I think it was Gabriel because Gabriel did save a couple of. He made some very good defensive clearances that I can think of.
It's like this one feels weird. The person that missed penalty
Yeah.
says it's
I'll give it to Hincapi. I think Hincapi played very well
Yeah, he
today.
can't play as well too.
Hincapi
Yeah,
played
he
very
can't be managed to
well.
lock up
Do
what's his name. Yeah,
it
Odue.
very well.
And Mosquera for
And
a while at least.
Mosquera did well until that
Yellow card.
that penalty. Oh, he played
No,
because
I,
Cavacella didn't take him on once. That was one
yeah,
time, and he just succeeded. Mosquera
yeah.
played well.
And I think it was because of the yellow cards too, because he already had the yellow card, so he couldn't defend the way you probably would have defended that situation.
when
So
I was
yeah,
watching Mosquera, that's when I was saying that I don't know the way Arsenal have structured themselves. They don't buy players for the future. Look at how they've gotten Mosquera and Incapi, and those guys have just fit in to play
mm,
to come and play Champions League final. And that's because
mm,
I didn't see Kvasela or whatever it's called today until the penalty time. And like you said, I was hoping that of course after they've gotten all those yellows in the first half, the game will change because people will be worried about like okay how to mark and this like that, and that worked well.
yeah.
But that's how they look very good. I'm happy for them to challenge for next season Champions League.
But again, it's not
They are
just
not.
it's not just
They are not
you know.
challenging for any Champions League next season. Which challenge are they challenging? You're
It's
not.
easier
But
getting
again,
it first.
it's
As
not
long as
just
you win the
Kvaratskhelia, right?
season. So yeah.
Madrid are
Dembele
going
was
to be
missing
back
as well.
stronger next season.
Yeah, of course. Mourinho is there, baby. Mourinho is going to do this. Carrick Ball is going to be there next
First,
season.
another thing is Arsenal were, I won't say they were lucky with the draw because they won all
Mhm.
their games. That's on
Yeah.
them. They did what they had to do. But how likely is it that another team is going to win all their group games and then have such an easy draw? I don't think so. So even if they are going to do well next season, then they have to meet some tougher teams in the early knockout rounds. So,
Yeah,
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 something
yeah.
else about the game was Akimi and Mendes. Those guys, I think they haven't played for 2 months before this game.
no, I think
No,
Hakimi
Hakimi.
and Dembele.
Dembele, Hakimi hasn't played for a while. Dembele has played a few games in the last month. Hakimi, since the last Champions League semi-final that he injured, the first leg that he injured,
Yeah,
why
he
the
hasn't
yeah,
played. Um,
Dembele hasn't been fully fit for like half this season. In
but
short,
then
this entire season, I don't think he has been fully fit.
But Dembele took his penalty very well.
Very well, that's a class. I would thought it was Vitinha was going to take that penalty. But when I saw Dembele step up, I'm like, yes, this is when you know you're the talisman of this team. That this is your team. They have to show up. You're the boss of this team.
A
So that's what he
fantastic
did there.
penalty. Maybe
It
it
was
was a very
fantastic.
good
Yeah.
Champions League final. And I heard this is the
Mm.
first time or in so many years, or maybe in 10 years, I'm not sure of the number of years that it's going into extra time.
Yeah. Like Akin said, this is probably one of the most balanced Champions League finals I've seen. It wasn't one-sided in any way, and that's a very true observation. It wasn't like any of them could have won it. It's not like last year when you know for sure that PSG was going to crush Inter, or the year before, who won? Was it Madrid? Like, or the one that where Chelsea won when we thought Man City was going to destroy Chelsea. So this one felt a bit balanced, like luck of
Well,
luck
but
of the
that's only after
penalty.
that's only after Arsenal scored though. If Arsenal didn't score that goal, did you really think? I still thought PSG were the favorites.
But did the
Yeah, yeah,
PSG play? And PSG didn't show us that they could have beaten Arsenal the 3-1, the 2-0 everybody was expecting. Because
If
Arsenal did not
if
give them that opportunity. Arsenal didn't give them
yeah.
an opportunity to run over them. Arsenal played a very controlled game in the midfield and at the back. And even
you know
and the Arsenal chances even looked more. They look better than PSG chances. Like Raya was working out. That guy, they tested him once and he collected. I don't think they
you
tested him a lot now.
right? All the predictions before this game today was Arsenal will win 1-0. If Arsenal score first, that's it. They will lock up, or if they score 20
Yeah,
minutes.
yeah,
And I think
yeah,
that played into the minds of the PSG players. So
yeah.
as soon as Arsenal scored,
That's
they
true.
just got really scared that it was,
Yeah,
I think that's just
yes.
what changed the game because it's Arsenal. They've seen what Arsenal can do. Everyone is talking about it. But
Mm.
if Arsenal didn't score first, I think it would have been a more open game because Arsenal would have come out to attack a little bit
Arsenal
more,
do
but
not
they
have it
didn't.
in them.
No,
Hmm?
no. I think it's even the opposite. I
They
think the
don't have it in
problem is
them to
the
come out.
early goal.
Oh,
Is the
Arsenal.
early
No,
goal. No.
Arsenal. I mean,
Arsenal would have
towards the
come
end
out.
of the game, Arsenal came out. Now, Arsenal. There
Yeah.
were spells in that game. Arsenal looked like the more likely to win. I thought they
Mm.
were going to win it. The
After conceding the
corners.
penalty, they came out to come and
Yeah,
attack.
they
Actually,
did.
they
So
stopped
if
defending. Yeah.
I mean, I think Ateta didn't have a plan for that second goal. And then even with their corners, they didn't. I don't know. They didn't.
Because they haven't scored from corner since January, so I
But
guess
it. Yeah, but they also it's like they don't even have the appetite to score from corners again like they
Wait,
used
since
to. I don't
January,
know.
no. Is it the goal that won them this thing before Man City lost? Was the corner
Oh
now
yeah, the
that
goal
Havertz
from
scored?
they have a,
another set piece
no.
goal.
I think they said they've scored 5 since January or so.
Yeah, oh, okay, wrong stats.
Compared
They
to like
reduced
what 20 they
they
scored
reduced the
before
number of
January. Yeah.
January
But
from.
they didn't really seem like they had the appetite to score from corners. They didn't switch it up. Like I don't
So
know.
maybe the question is why? How come they've reduced their goal scoring opportunities from corners? Is it that
It's not the Arsenal way.
other teams have not found them out? They've just
No,
Yo, I
no,
yeah,
no. I think within the club, the criticism has gotten to them. Honestly, it is not the Arsenal way. Even sometimes when you watch Thierry Henry talk, he is reluctant to praise them in regards to that. It's not just their. This is the problem I have with it when I say, oh, if it's any other team doing it fine, but it's Arsenal have prided themselves as playing the team playing beautiful football for years. After Barcelona, it was always Arsenal. Like Arsenal will lose, but they will play well. It's not their way. Maybe there were conversations had behind the scenes, and they just
I don't
they've
think
toned
so.
it down a
Well,
little
no,
bit.
for me, I think it's a much simpler thing. I think teams just because they basically play the same kind of corners a lot.
No, no,
There's
no.
little there's
They switched it
variation.
up a little bit with the short corners.
Yeah, yeah,
It
there's
depends on the
variation, but
team
it's
they are
mostly
playing.
the same.
When they are playing physical teams, they go for short corners. But if it's a
Ah,
normal team, if
okay.
they know was
They
doing
go
the same
back
thing.
post. It's usually back post or they run.
Mhm.
They say it's the same concept, but
But
it's not
but
like Aston Villa, for example. Like Aston Villa actually has different kinds of set plays. Like the ones they used to beat to score
Favourite
against
type of-
Liverpool was different from the one they used to do against Freiburg. So I think it's just that teams have figured out Arsenal's corners a little bit. Like, oh, okay, just look at Gabriel or look at Saliba try and figure out how the players want to crowd around because the ball usually goes to them first and they are going to rush the back post or the front post. So is Aston Villa that has variations. Who Brentford has much more
Ah, for
variations.
sure, for sure.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like Arsenal. I just think teams figured Arsenal out a bit. All
Very
right.
big game to PSG.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, MDT would not be congratulating Arsenal fans today.
and London is still blue.
London is blue. 2 Champions League in London. Calm down. You
True.
guys are
London,
not up to us
London
yet.
is blue. London is
It
blue.
remains
Because
blue. It's our bet right.
But you mean I was worried Arsenal was going to win the double, like the Premier League and the Champions League in the same season. That was a serious concern.
is it easy? Is it
let's talk
easy?
about let's talk about that PSG goalkeeper because that guy made me laugh with every. I think he made like 1 or 2 good saves actually. Let me be fair,
Did he?
but I think I
Which
remember
save did
one
he
like
make?
I didn't
I
see
think
those save from. Okay, maybe one that Luis Kelly did something like okay, maybe I saw one, maybe one.
well,
Okay.
I think one that Saka played the ball into the box. The one that he had injury from,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. That
Yes.
was a
and
good save.
then
Yeah, 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 yeah,
something
yeah.
else. I know there was another one in the
That
second
was a
half
good save.
that he did, but apart from those, even Declan Rice's penalty. Ah, that
As
guy.
in, Declan Rice's penalty was a bad penalty, and he still scored.
Bad, it was so bad. It was a bad penalty. It was really lucky. Because that was exactly where the goalkeeper was. Like, he did not even move well
I
enough. That
thought
guy.
that they were going to swap penalties. They were going to swap goalkeepers doing the penalty because the guy on the bench is he Chevalier? What's his name?
Yeah,
That
Yeah,
guy is a
yeah,
good
Chevalier.
penalty keeper.
big
Like
yeah.
he has made some
Yeah.
saves. So at some point, I thought he was going to gamble and bring that guy on. But I guess he
Well,
treated us now to bottle as always, and he thought he didn't need to do that.
I don't know because here's the thing, right? Like, they sold Donnarumma last season. Now, the story that came out in the media, most of the story that came out in the media was that Enrique said Donnarumma cannot play with his feet. He needs somebody who can play with his feet. But me personally, I feel like it's a money thing because they had like Donnarumma had 1 more year to go, and he was looking for big money, which PSG did not want to commit. So they signed this goalkeeper now, and in like November, December, he loses his place. It was so bad for them. He lost his place to the backup goalkeeper. So imagine how bad this goalkeeper is for you to lose your place to this guy. How bad it must have been. No. So I don't know whether they would have brought him on. I don't think so. I think they decided that this guy is not a good goalkeeper for them yet, and they're probably going to get another goalkeeper in the summer. PSG.
Sanchez is available for them.
They should come back and let Sanchez. Well, Sanchez will ball in that PSG. Sanchez will ball. Well, anyway, congratulations to Paris Saint-Germain. Congratulations to Enrique. I don't know how many teams have done it now. Somebody should tell us in the comments. But there are very few teams that have gone back-to-back Champions League winners. Like this team now is basically in the same breath as the Ronaldo Real Madrid team. Imagine, like, yes, because back to back, that's what they've done. No matter how you say it, yes, I've done it back to back. I'm among the greats now. Like, Due is going to be 20, I'll be 21 in a few weeks' time. He has done back to back Champions League wins.
A
Yamal
youth,
has not even reached. Yamal
the youth. That's a
there.
youth. Oh. The youth
And
Mourinho
then
and co are looking for. That's another type of youth. Oh, not that's the youth we're supposed to be getting in West London, but the youth we are getting.
whereas Mbappe, I said it's not to Mbappe. Mbappe has only got to one Champions League final, if I'm right. I think the one that he went to with Tuchel. That Tuchel lost to, who did they lose to again?
Bayern Munich.
Bayern, yes, yes, yes. So ah, I'm just imagining Real Madrid fans looking at PSG now and thinking, you know what, this guy might be the problem, oh, because they
Mbappe.
never got anywhere. Yeah, they never got anywhere with him in the team. He left now, and now their own team is not going anywhere. So I don't know. What do you guys think about Mbappe at Madrid? Let's just talk Mbappe very quickly.
Well, we've said it that for me, I don't. If they have to rearrange that Madrid team, Vinicius is important. Vinicius has to stay, and
Mhm.
I don't think that. And I know, I think you said that one of them has to go, but I think they can play both of them. It's just like the manager has to decide how to use both of them. And so, in thinking about that, like who goes, who is going to sacrifice their position for who? But if Mourinho is saying, but I think Mourinho is going to just bench one of them. Like either one person is playing one game, one person is not. I love Mourinho a lot. I know he's tactically sound, but I don't see how Mourinho is going to be able to play Vinicius and Mbappe because of what he has done in other teams. So if Mourinho is deciding on who to stick with, it might be Vinicius. Because I think Vinicius is a more hardworking player compared to Vinicius will give more compared to Mbappe. But that's a difficult one because both of them, I don't see anybody them selling any of them like. So I'm not
Yeah.
sure. Actually,
But
I don't see Mourinho being very flexible. That's just what I don't want to say that, but I love Mourinho, but I don't see him being very flexible. So that's my concern with being able to
do you
accommodate
know
them.
do you know what I just found out?
Huh.
Mourinho's job is actually subject to Perez winning the election on June 7th. So if Perez loses the election,
Oh,
the new president can actually get another coach.
yeah, and they
So
usually,
and Mourinho doesn't seem to be very popular with them right now. So
yeah.
it's not even set in stone that Mourinho will be the manager.
Mhm. Well, okay, that's true.
So
But
now
Perez is very likely going to win. He doesn't usually lose elections for a while. He has not lost for a
does
very long
that
time.
make Iraola the hottest manager right now? Because just few weeks ago we thought that guy wouldn't have a job because everybody has filled all the positions. I didn't think they were going to sack Slot. But now, if Madrid is available, Liverpool is available, does Iraola become hot cake now?
I mean, it
Yeah,
looks like
like,
he's already going to Liverpool. So
yeah, it looks like that as well. Well, there's still Glassner, so maybe Real Madrid can go
National
and
is
go for
not going to
Glassner.
Madrid. Now, I know for sure.
Zidane can go back.
Who? Zidane.
Zidane.
I don't think so. I think Zidane is going
Even
to the
the
World.
champs
Going to
can go there
France.
after the World Cup. So
Ooh, maybe, but I think
yeah.
Deschamps is going to retire.
Okay, good Zidane. So if Zidane goes, which everybody's favorite, the boys like him, they'll play for him. What's he going to do about Mbappe? Michael, since
That's the thing. Zidane is not really a tactical manager like that. He's more like a motivator manager. Like, respect me. I'm one of the best players ever in the world. I'm a goat. This respect me. Listen to me. And they usually listen to him and play well. Yes, he has some kind of tacticals, but again, he did feel like he had a lot of like inventive, innovative tactics to help in this situation. That's the thing. I really feel that they should have left Xabi Alonso there. That Xabi Alonso would have figured it out in time what to do. Mbappe, Mbappe's problem is that Mbappe wants to use his speed to play. Vinicius is a ball carrier and a dribbler, so he likes to use that. Two of them like playing the left hand side. So because of Mbappe's preference for pacey ball and being the one who finishes, the team tends to now start playing counter attack ball when they don't need to play counter attack ball. That's just the thing. Somebody just needs to go there and figure out how to make Mbappe more of a team player than what he is right now. Anyway, this was the Champions League um, final. Let's again once again congratulate Enrique, congratulate PSG back to back winners. say sorry to Arsenal fans. London is blue. London will remain blue for a long time. You guys can relax. Sheyi believes you could go back and win next season. Good luck to any Arsenal fan or person who is listening to Sheyi right now. Good luck to you in your
I
beliefs.
believe in Ateta. Please, guys, let's respect him. Let's respect
Good
him.
luck to you.
Let's respect Aram Ball, I beg. Please, let's be respectful. Please.
Well, all right, guys. Fans of MDT, please put in the comments what you felt about the game. Let us know. Let's have a discourse, engage with us, and follow us on all the socials. Please reach out to us. Follow us on YouTube. So like and subscribe, and we'll see you very, very shortly in the next one. Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye.
everyone.